Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Amy Williams, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And it is January 15th, 2023. Happy January. I can't believe that it's the middle of the month. It's very exciting. I don't know where you are, but it's winter here. If you're in Australia, it is not. So the card I have today, we're actually going to do two cards. It's a twofer today. One is got those tropical vibes, and then one has got more of a scenic view, but it's basically the same card. We're just using two different sets. So I'm really excited to show you. If you saw the picture, you saw what we were doing. And we're going to get started. I'm going to be honest. This is not the card I came in here to make today. This was not on my radar. It wasn't what I thought I was going to do. But I got in here. This just became it. So I was like, all right, this is the card. This is what we're doing. I wanted to tell you, if you don't know, it is celebration this month and next month. For every $50 or $100 you spend, you can choose either stamp sets, paper, beautiful, beautiful stuff. I have some with these adorable owls. I'm not using them today, but I'm still waiting on some of it because I had to wait to order because, well, life, Christmas. So it's coming. So next week I'll do some of that. I have used some of the paper before. It is gorgeous. If you have a demonstrator, give them a call. But if you don't, I would love for you to consider allowing me to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I would be truly honored. Just get my information from below and contact me. I can send you catalogs or whatnot. But I highly suggest if you, want to jump in and get some things from Stampin' Up!, this is definitely the time to do that because you get free stuff too. If you have ever considered being a demonstrator, I would love to have you on my team. So again, I have that link down below. There are some fantastic hostess sets. They have a new boho blue mini cutting machine that you can get for free, which is pretty amazing. I'm a little jealous because mine's not blue, but they work the same, so I could not justify purchasing that one. But you could be in luck if you decide to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. All right, let's turn the camera around, and I'm going to show you what we're going to make today. All right, let me check the camera and make sure I've got everything right. Okay. I think I'm good. Okay. So here, I dropped something. Here are the cards that we are going to make today. Okay. I've got these two adorable cards. I dropped something for later. We're going to do one that has this island vibe, and we're going to have one that's just a tree vibe. I feel like you could do that, anything. We are going to be we're going to watercolor the back of this. And I love our watercolor paper. So I'm going to get that out, and we're going to get started right now with that watercoloring. Okay. All right. Now, this is our Fluid 100 watercolor paper. And I only have a few sheets left. It comes 10, and I only have a couple sheets. So I probably should have put that on my order as well. But I did not. That's okay. I will live. I've got it for today. All right. So I'm going to use one sheet of this. Now this is 5 by 7. And for this card, we're going to watercolor the whole thing. We're going to cut it in half and use it on both cards. I'm going to see that's a little dirty because probably my hands are dirty. All right, so here's our watercolor paper. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use our water painters, okay? And we're going to actually use 2 of the water painters. They come in 3 sizes. They have this real fine one for fine watercoloring. We're actually not going to use that one today, okay? The next one we're going to use is this middle one, okay? We're going to use this a lot. You can see, looks like I still have some on it, so I'm going to clean it off. I always have a towel next to me. You can use paper towels, but, well, I can throw this in the washing machine, and so I like to use a towel. And then this great big one, all right? So we definitely are going to use this great big one first, okay? Now, I have some water here. Now these watercolor painters are really cool because you do put water in them, all right? And then, dip them out and get water out of it. But I'm gonna also use some water and also to clean that. So I'm gonna do that. So the first thing, let me just start by this. I know people say, oh, Amy, you are an artist. I am not a trained artist, okay? All of this is just a lady in a craft room practicing and doing what she thinks. Please do not assume that I've had any training in watercoloring other than watching a video here or there and just truly trial and error. So this is not, you know, huge truth. I mean, I'm not an expert. That's what I'm trying to tell you, is that I'm not an expert. And please know that when I say things, this is just me from my trial and my practice, my trial and error. There's been a lot of error. All right, so I've got my great big block right here, okay? And I've got a lot of re-inkers. So I'm gonna start with Pear Pizzazz. And all you need is a drop. That is truly all you need. The next one I'm going to use is Granny Apple Green. Now, if you don't have all these colors, that is okay. It does not matter. It's all good. All right. Oh, wait. I don't do that one yet. I want to do Coastal Cabana. Okay. Da-da. And then I'm going to do Pacific Point, mainly because I want the lighter one first. All right. So there's Pacific Point. And then I have Calypso Coral and Flirty Flamingo. I love those two colors. Then I have So Saffron, and I put way too much. I'm not gonna need that much. That's okay. Mambo Melody. Okay, Mango Melody. I lied. Mambo. No, what is this? Mango Melody. Whew. All right. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to completely wet my watercolor paper. I did learn that the hard way. So I am using water just because it goes faster if I just dip it in there. And I am totally saturating the paper, okay? Really getting it nice and wet. It does curl a little bit, but watercolor paper curls less than any other paper. So you do want to make sure you're using some kind of a watercolor paper. You can use shimmery white too, but that's just really the best thing. Okay, so I'm gonna let that kind of gel just a little bit, okay? And then I'm gonna start with this medium point right here, and I'm gonna really squeeze it and get some water in the shaft, and I'm gonna bring this together, and I'm gonna take this Pear Pizzazz, I'm gonna get a little bit, and then I'm just gonna start. Now, you can put more on, but you can't take it off. And I have learned that you really want this wet because if you don't, then you get these pieces that I didn't like. I just threw that one away. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna start at the bottom, and it really flows up, and that's okay. I want it to flow up, okay? I want that to flow. Now I'm gonna add some Granny Apple Green because I wanna deepen that green a bit. For me, it's just about layering those colors. And I do want them to bleed together into each color. So there's my first row. And if I decide later I want to add some more green, I can, okay? I'm gonna move that out of the way. All right, now I'm gonna add some of my Coastal Cabana. All right, and I'm gonna go right here. I got quite a bit of green up, but that's okay. I'm good with it, okay? And see, I don't want anything to really, I don't want anything to stick. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense, but I don't want it to kind of, I just want it fluid. I just want it really, really fluid and airy and fun. All right, and I may even take a little bit of this, and I'm just gonna kind of pull those together, okay? I have no idea why color's not taking right there, but okay. All right, so there's my first two. Now I'm gonna go with my Flirty Flamingo and Calypso Coral. That's gonna be my next layer. I'm really just mixing these two, to be perfectly honest with you. I hope you can see what I'm doing right here. I'm just really kind of mixing those. I feel like you get that depth of color when you mix them. And And there we go. And I do want to get all the way to the end because I'm going to be using this whole sheet to make these 2 cards, okay? And again, I'm just, between colors, I'm just going over here and washing it on my towel. And then the next one, I am not going to mix these quite yet. I'm not going to do that Mango Melody. I'm really going to just start with the So Saffron, okay? If you feel like your paper is getting dry, go ahead and take some just water and add some more water to it. You absolutely can do that at any time. So I'm going to add this right up here. And I like that I've got some of that, these other colors up here because I just like how that, you know, kind of brings that color, that depth together. Okay, I love it. All right, now I'm going to add a little bit of this. And I feel like I have to be a little cautious with this one. I don't know why. I just do. I just do. So that is my watercolor. And it's going to dry a little different. Maybe I need a little more green down here. I can always add it. Like I have a pretty big blue, pretty big blue row there, don't I? Okay. But anyway, you know what? I like it. I'm happy with that. I'm going to take this and I'm just going to set this aside because for this card, this needs to dry. Okay. So I'm going to set it over to the side to dry. Okay. That's going to stay there. And I'll be perfectly honest with you. We are going to end up using our heat tool to dry it because I know I'm not going to have time to let that completely dry. I'm going to move that out of the way and let's see. Okay. Let me, I'm going to clear this off real quick. I'm going to clean this up, clean that out real good. I'm going to get these done. So I'm going to move this to the side. And this, now I do want to say this is pretty thick. So when you put that lid on, be real careful when you put that lid on so you don't hurt any of those brushes, okay? So I'm going to put that up, all right? And then I'm gonna move this out because this is wet. And I don't really want the next part of my project wet. So we're gonna completely get rid of this. All right. And I'm gonna dry it real quick just to make sure. You can see that my table's got some stains. And put a new one out. Now I don't need my towel anymore, so I'm gonna put it off to the side. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start working on this part of the card, okay? This top part of the card. And this is a die cut. Do not think that you have to get these placed. Nope, no thinking, no thinking. This is a die cut. So you've got this one. You've also got circles. If you've got those awesome owls that are in the celebration catalog, those would look so cute looking into there. I think those are adorable. So anyway, this is what we're going to use. We're going to use squares today. Okay. So I'm going to move those out of the way and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Okay. And I'm going to show you on the Pear Pizzazz. I did not do much pre-cutting because I really wanted you to see exactly what I'm going to do. So I want you to see what I'm doing. All right. I'm going to move these a bit because I'm going to need my cutter. So I'm going to get my paper cutter out. Now that I did do one cut, I did do this. It was an 8.5 by 11 that I cut at 5.5 just to make it a half sheet. This is your normal card size. So this is the base of the card. Now we're going to make the top with this second half, okay? And what you're going to do is I do need to open this because it's kind of funny what you're going to do. You're going to cut this at 6 1/4 by 5, okay? 6 1/4 by 5. And I will write that right here. 6 1/4 by 5, okay? Now on this cutter, 6 1/4 kind of is, you know, right at that fold, but that's okay. You can still see it. It's right there. So I'm going to do 6 1/4. Don't get rid of that. That's a perfect sheet that you can use for many things. And then I'm going to do it by 5. Okay, so I'm gonna do it by 5. Don't get rid of this either. This is a great little scrap that you can use later. I definitely stamp thank you, do some quarters, and you've got a great sheet. Okay, so the next thing you're gonna wanna do on this is you're gonna do some scoring. Now the Stampin' Up! Cutter, I love. And the reason I love this cutter is that these blades can stay on and you can still use both of them. Do you see how this has this nice area right here? So I can get my cutter here without having to take it off. I don't have to take my scoring blade off when I'm cutting and lose it. Now, you are probably a much better person than I am, but I am not the person that can just go and not lose things. I lose things. So my craft room is, you know, I do keep it clean, but things tend to, you know, disappear. So what we're going to do is we're going to score all 4 sides at 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch. So I just have this down here. I'm going to score it at 1/4 inch, and then I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch. Okay. I'm going to score it at 1/4 inch. And then I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch. Again, do that turn. And I'm going to go 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch. And last but not least, 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch. Okay. All right, now it looks kind of like I did not have that exactly right. So I'm gonna do that again and get it right. Okay, see, I kind of messed up. That's okay, it won't matter. All right, so now I have all 4 sides scored. So I'm going to close this up and put this away. And I'm gonna get out my die cut machine, okay? So I'm gonna bring that over. And I'm using my large die cut machine. I have a small one, and I think this one would fit in it. I just usually use my large one. Okay, so there is my machine. And you can see, I just want you to see, I have had my machine for several years. I die cut a lot on it all the time. I have never gotten new plates. You can definitely buy new plates. You can see mine are a little warped, but quite honestly, they still work. And I'm not going to spend money on something when it works, okay? I just switch them and turn them, switch them and turn them, and try to get them as straight as I can. All right. So I'm going to set this on my plate, and then I'm going to take my die. Now, I am just eyeballing centering it, okay? The main thing I want is for it to be as straight as possible. And I'm going to play a little die cut roulette. I'm not going to tape it down today. I'm going to push it down, I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to push it through, okay? All right, so there we go. And when we're done, we have this, okay? We have this. Now, you have these 3 pieces right here. Do not get rid of those. Those are like liquid gold. Those are sentiment extraordinaires. And I'm wondering if you could put, no, they don't quite fit. Oh, they're about the same size, aren't they? Isn't that funny? They look different sizes. So what I have in my scrap room is I have a little this, okay? And this is where I put my scraps. When I cut too many, like I cut that, I didn't need it. I cut more of these. And then when I'm going to do a new project, I'm like, hey, do I have something I could already use, done that I can use? So I'm going to stick it in there. So then, you know, there'll come a day when I need that. So I kind of go there first sometimes when I'm looking. Okay. So I have this cut. Okay. Now I'm going to get it prepared. All right. I'm going to cut each corner, and I hope you can see this on camera. You could miter these, yes, but I am way too lazy to do that. I don't want to say lazy. I just have other things I want to spend my time on. How's that? Okay. you can miter them, which means that you would cut them like this way and have a little extra. But again, that's just not my style. All right, so there we go. I don't need these. Put those over here. All right, so now I've got this. I'm gonna get my bone folder. Now, if you don't have a bone folder, use the edge of a stamp, do something, okay? So I'm gonna bone fold each one of these folds, okay? Give it a nice good fold, okay? And there, okay. That one, gonna do that. And then I'm gonna do this. Remember, I kind of messed that up, but look, I fixed it, yay! Okay. I'll be honest, this reminds me of a plug that, you know, when you get when you see a plug plate. All right, so everything's bone folded, okay? Now, I could have done all this beforehand and just shown you, but I really feel like this was something that was better to show on camera so you can see exactly what I did. I know that took a hot minute, but I feel like it was more helpful. All right, now we're gonna use tear and tape. There's a lot on this. I love this stuff. This is just a hair bigger than 1/4 inch, which these are 1/4 inch. Don't fear, I'm gonna show you how to fix that, okay? So we're just gonna go around. I find it better if I do it like this. Okay, I'm gonna go around, I'm gonna get it on the edge, and you're gonna see it's gonna go off the edge. It's okay, I got plans for that. Great thing is that you can tear and tape it. Now, if you watched my video last week, that really hurt a second ago because I cut myself. That's what I cut, had a Band-Aid on last week. That's what I cut on my my brand new cutting blade. So remember, they're sharp, be careful. Okay, it's still a little tender. I can't get my nails done until that's done. So I'm sorry, you have to see my nails that are way grown out. But I am not putting that in acetate or the acetone, whatever they use. Whew, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so I've got this going around. I use my take your pick tool for this just because it's easy to get it off. I just pull it off like that. And you can see, I hope you can see, that there's a little bit left. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip it over, okay? I do want this, I know it's a little bit smaller, but I don't want to, I don't know, this works for me. And then I feel like you've got it a little stronger. All right, so we're gonna pull that off. Same thing if you got it longer on the edge like that, boom, it's over. All right, so if you want, you can use the mono green glue. You can do that. I just find that I have to hold the edges longer and it just doesn't do as well as the tear and tape for me. But if that's all you have, you're gonna have to use a little patience, and we can all stand to work on our patience, right? I tell my students that all the time. Oh, just a minute, I can't help everybody at once. All right, so now I'm gonna admit we're not gonna put this on yet. I am doing this now mainly because I'm trying to get that watercolor paper to dry as much as it can. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get these corners together, okay? Ah, Amy. All right. I kind of messed that up. All right. All right. It'll be fine. It's all good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Okay. If you find you do something silly like that, then you can take your tear and tape. I'm going to tear a little piece of it. And I'm going to put it in there because I did kind of mess that up. I'll admit it. I'll admit it. I mess up all the time. And I've told you I don't edit the mistakes because you know what? Everybody needs to know how to fix a mistake or an opportunity. Okay. All right. So there it is. There's a little extra tear and tape. And I just stick it right like that. Okay. So we're good. See? All good. Now I'm going to kind of push that down a little bit and get that in. Now, I'm going to set this aside because we're not ready to use it right now. I just need to have it ready. As we're going to go back to our watercolor paper, and it is pretty much almost dry, but I can see that there's a little bit of shine here. So I'm going to get my heat tool, and I'm just going to dry it a bit. You know, if you have time to let it dry naturally, you can. I feel like it dries a little flatter, but if not, you just get your heat tool out and dry it. I like to do the front and the back. I don't know why, but I do. It's gonna curl a little bit more when I do it on the back, I feel like. It always does. See, there it goes. Curly whirly. I think those are aren't those a candy in the UK, Curly Whirlies? I think the Vicar of Dibley used to like those. Okay, so I've got my 5x7 piece, and it's dry now. Now I'm going to cut it in half. So half of 7 is 3.5 inches. So I'm going to cut this at 3.5 inches. And I've got 2 seams, okay? Which I think is pretty cool. And that's why I did 2 cards, because I was like, well, gosh, I can't just do one. So the sets that we're going to use are Beauty of Friendship and Paradise Palms, okay? They're both in the annual catalog along with the die cut. If you don't have either one of these stamp sets and you have another nature stamp set, you can use that. Hey, stop please, puppy. Okay, you can use a different set. Just use something. I just wanted to have something that was, I apologize for my dog. He is being very whiny today. No, no, go lay down. Go lay down. Oh gosh, I hope he doesn't get my lap. Anyway, okay. So if you have I just wanted something nature, so that's why I'm using these. Okay, so the 2 colors I'm using for both of them are Mossy Meadow and Early Espresso. Okay, so I've got Mossy Meadow, which my Mossy Meadow, it did not want to close earlier. All right, I'm going to start with Early Espresso. We're going to see if I can do 2 cards at once. I'm not going to make any promises on this. So I'm going to start with, this will be my tree one. The other one, not Paradise Palm, but this is the Beauty of Friendship. Okay, so I'm going to put this one right here. Got my tree. I think I need a little more ink. All right, let's go. And there we go. Okay, so I've got that. Now for the palm one, for the brown, I put these on 2 different sides. I wonder, ooh, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna be really bold here. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna be bold. I lied. No boldness, no boldness. Not gonna do it. All right, this is Early Espresso. I'm gonna do this down here. I'm gonna do this a little bit higher. Okay, and then I'm gonna take that off and I'm gonna put this one on. Okay, and I'm gonna do it a little bit lower. Like that. Okay, so I've got the 2 for my 2 little palm trees. Okay, I'm gonna move this off to the side. Now, I don't think I need, I'm gonna need that in a minute for the insides. Okay, so here's my palm trees. So I'm gonna do in Mossy Meadow. I'm gonna use the larger one up top. Okay. Okay. And then the smaller one, he's gonna go a little off to the side. Okay, and I kind of like this little deep spot right here because I think it's like a sun that I didn't really plan. And I like not planning things because I think things go better when you just don't plan them and they just happen naturally sometimes. All right, so I'm gonna take that off. Just got ink on me. All right, I'm gonna do this little grass. Okay. Oh, you're so sad, little puppy. Oh, I know. You've got such a sad life. All right. And I'm going to kind of do a little bit of grass here all along this so that I've got a little bit more, little depth, you know, little depth. Okay. That kind of looks weird, but that's okay. Okay. And I think I'm going to add this to this too. I felt like this card just needed a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to add a little grass to this as well. Okay. If you don't have grass to put on there, you don't have to have it. I just wanted it, so I did it. Okay. So now I'm going to do this one. Okay. Now I'm only using one I'm only using one color for this. This is a two-step stamp. So I'm going to be stamping off. So I'm going to stamp this, but then I'm going to stamp it off and then stamp it on here. And this one I feel like is a very easy two-step stamp. I feel like it is so easy because it's kind of goof-proof. So I do really like that about this set, okay? So you can see that's a little bit lighter, and I'm going to pull this off, and then I'm going to add the top part. Now this one I'm not going to stamp off. So I'm going to put this on and then stamp it on like that. Okay, so just like that. And so really, I just think this is a good stamp that you just can't, it's hard to mess up that two-step stamp. So I really like that one. Now I also want to do the inside of these. So I'm gonna grab my inside pieces. And these are cut at 5 1/4 by 4. Just your normal, oh, I just got that. Just your normal size, mat size of your card. All right, so for this one, I'm gonna get back out my brown and I'm gonna tap, 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 and I'm gonna do it right here. That is brown, right? Okay. I'm just gonna do that here. Now, really the cool thing about this stamp set is that this smaller tree fits on this one. So I just think that's really cool. And if you wanted to, like if you put this, if you wanted it to be snowing, then you just stamp that in white and you, nope, nope, that's not right. That's in brown. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, let me clean that off. I know you saw me put that in there and went, Amy, that ain't right. All right, stamp it off, stamp it right here. Somebody is really mad that I'm not paying attention to him. My poor puppy. All right, I'm gonna take this off. Come on, come off. And then put this one on. This is the top of this. And see how well that fits on there? I just wanted something for the inside. I thought these needed an inside. All right, so I've got that, and there's that. Now for the other one, for my palm trees, I have this set. Okay, it's got 3 palm trees and this, and it's all in one. So I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do this. There are other ways to do it, but this is the Lazy Amy way. So I'm just gonna tap it on there. I'm gonna tap the green on there as well as I can. Get all of it on there. You kind of see. I've got some of the, all right, so see how I'm just kind of tapping it on? I just got those. Now I'm going to take the brown and I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm going to use that corner, that edge to get in there. Okay. Let's see if I can do this well. All right. And there we go. See? There it is. And then we're going to see how this does. We're going to hope that I didn't get too much brown in that palm trees. And if I did, that's okay. Oh, that's not bad. Look, there's just a little brown. I love it. I love it. I just wanted a little bit of fun on the inside as well. So I'm going to go ahead and close these up now. My hands. Whew. All right. Now it's time to put this gorgeous card together. All right. This is my Pear Pizzazz one. This is the tree one, I guess you can say. And then I have, this is Coastal Cabana. In my original one, I did Pool Party, and I was like, no, I want to brighten that puppy up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach these just to the center of this card. And I'm just using regular adhesive for that. You can use tear and tape. If you want, you can use whatever you want. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. So I'm going to put this as in the middle as I can. Okay. There's that. And then this. Okay. Ah, all right. But this is in the middle as possible. And I did forget to do a sentiment. So I am going to do a sentiment. I'm going to do happy birthday. I think I'm going to do, well, let's see. Let's do happy birthday for this one. And I'll admit, I have this one. It's pretty, I'm going to do this. Oh no. Look what I did. I stuck that in there. So I'm not going to be able to make this card. I'm going to have to redo this. Do you see that? Oh man. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do happy birthday. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do it. And it's totally sideways. Oh, I am so sad. Oh, I am so sad. I'm not even going to try to do that on the other one. I'm going to do thank you. Because that just makes me want to cry a little bit. Okay. So I've got thank you. I'm going to put thank you on this one because I can see on that one. Did I do that right? Whew. Whew. All right. I'm going to cry a little bit. Because what we would do, I had this all ready to go. And it was just going to go boop right on there. Look how cute that was going to be. But it's not cute anymore because I did that. And I will do another one for this, but I'm not going to do it right now. I want to show you how to put this card together. I will do that one, but it's okay. All right. I'm going to close this up because, you know. All right. So this, I've got my paper on there. I've got my tear and tape on there. Now I'm going to put it on here. Okay. And I'm going to center it as well as I can onto the card. Okay. I'm going to put that in, make sure that goes in. And I'm going to center it on there like that. Now, I'm going to also take my bone folder and I'm going to bone fold this down a bit because I want to make sure that it got attached, especially those corners. So yeah, I just want to make sure that I got this all the way down because we certainly don't want it to come off. All right. So there is my thank you card. My happy birthday is a little bit crooked. And so what I will probably do, let's see what we can do there. We'll figure something out. I don't like that. I really don't. And I am going to fix it. And I want to fix it in front of you because I feel like you could do the same thing, right? You could do the same thing and be just as frustrated as I am right now and go, oh, dagnabbit. So I'm going to cut, no, first I'm going to stamp happy birthday on here. Okay. Trying to get it right. I think it's because I did such a bad job on this. Because I did a terrible job putting the sticker on. See, I did a bad job with the sticker. And really that's what it all stems from, is my terrible sticker extravaganza. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna cut this, and now I'm gonna show you how I fix these I Got It Crookeds, okay? So what I use is I use this part of this, and you can see I am totally, well, I'm gonna use the cutter. All right, I am using the inside of the I use this part of my the clear part of the cutter to show me where the thing is, to try to get it straight. So I'm going to move it just a hair up. Once I've got one straight, then they're all going to be straight. All right, so I've got happy birthday. All right. And so then, now I have this, okay? So I swore I wasn't going to use dimensionals today, but luckily I have some right here. We're just going to pop that up and put it on there. And that's how we're going to fix it. Because I don't want this card that I think is absolutely beautiful, I don't want it to go to waste. Okay, I don't want it to go to waste. So there is that. All right. So then I've got happy birthday right on there. It's okay. I will be able to do another one of these. I don't want to do it right now because I don't want you to have to sit and watch me do it, but it will go on just like this. I will take a picture of it and put it on the thumbnail so you will see how this does with that fixed, because I am not going to do that, okay? All right, so I didn't do my insides, so I definitely want my beautiful little insides to go in there. So we're going to put those there. Okay. All right. We're going to put that there. This is gold leaf from last week. If you saw my video last week, you saw that I gold leafed, and I am finding gold leaf pretty much everywhere. So if you do use gold leaf, know that you will be using gold leaf for quite a while. It's not gold leaf, it's gilded leafing, but yeah, that was, that's not the card. This is the card. I did, thank you. Woo, I'm losing my mind. All right, so here is that on the inside. So then you've got, you know, your beautiful card. Here is this one in a lighter color, and I will show you on the thumbnail this with a darker color. All right, let me see. All right, thank you for bearing with me on that. I appreciate it. I hope that you learned something, got something from this. If you have questions or comments, I would love it. If you could like and subscribe, I would truly love that. That is certainly helps me get farther in the YouTube world. I would greatly appreciate, and likes are also greatly appreciated. I hope that you have a fantastic week and do something creative. Bye.